Hello! Greetings mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers natin out there from Luzon, Visayas and Mindanao. And sa lahat po ng ating mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers na nakatutok po ngayon sa ating live stream worldwide and netwide. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. This is your Skywatcher and ka-Spacer sa June Kahigal. And welcome to another live stream tonight. Alright, so ang ating topic po for tonight is all about asteroids. Ayan, so napakaganda po. Alright, so bago po tayo magpatuloy sa ating live stream ngayong gabi, don't forget to like and share this video, this live stream, so that we could reach more people, no? Lalong-lalo na po yung mga estudyante natin out there, so that they would be engaged and they would be inspired to love the sciences. Don't forget to follow us on our TikTok channel and our Facebook page, The Skywatchers Society of Las Piñas. And don't forget po to follow us on our YouTube channel, The Science Guy, Professor June Kahigal. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you would be updated on our future videos. So bago tayo magpatuloy sa ating napaka-interesting na topic for tonight about asteroids, kumustahin po muna natin ang ating mga viewers and ating mga followers. Ayan, ang dami na. Ang dami na pong pumasok sa ating live stream. So shout out tayo kay Kim G. Marami pong salamat. Ayan, thank you for joining. Kay Rintaro, thank you po. Kay MGT V Red, thank you. Kay C2, kay Yuri, kay Son of Harambo. Okay, kumusta ka na? Oh, so nice to see you again dito, Son of Harambo. Alright, or Harambe. I think that's Harambe. Alright, and ito si ang ating Suki, si Everyone Games. So, kumusta na po kayo? Si Hiccup, thank you for joining. Kay C2, kay M, kay Dream, kay Surge DM Official, thank you. Kay Infidesopagus, parang esophagus. Parang esophagus yan, part of the digestive system. Thank you po for joining. Kay Jeme, hi Jeme. Kay Rigel Tapase, thank you po. Kay Aya, kay Sad Boy, bakit na naman sad? Kay Sad Boy, thank you. Kay Ming Sui, thank you. Kay JMX, kay Disciple Splinter, thank you. Kay Pohalia, kay Freedom, kay RBUR, kay Borge Gaming. Ayan, okay. Sabi ni Nico, pwede po atom and nucleus. Mukhang meron kayong quiz sa chemistry sa Monday. Alright, just shoot it. Thank you. Kay Marky. Alright, so sabi ni Nicole, pwede po nucleus. Basta ang nucleus is composed of protons and neutrons. Ayan, no? Alright, so thank you din kay Penguin. Ano difference ang asteroid and meteor? Yan, so babanggitin po natin yan later. Kay Bless, kay Daryl, kay Doflamingo, hi po, and kay Jay. Alright, so at this point, we have 87 viewers and 307 heart reacts. And so mag-heart react po tayo mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers. So again, bago po tayo magpatuloy sa ating live stream ngayong gabi, don't forget to like and share this live stream so that we could reach more people, lalong-lalo na po yung mga estudyante natin out there, so that they would be engaged and they would be inspired to love the sciences. And don't forget to follow us on our TikTok and Facebook, The Skywatchers Society of Las Piñas. And may YouTube channel din po ko, The Science Guy, Professor June Cahigal. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you would be updated on our future videos. Alright, so pag-usapan ngayon natin po yung ating topic for tonight about asteroids. All about asteroids. So what are asteroids anyway? No? So yun ang malaking katanungan, na bang asteroids? No? What are asteroids? Now basically, asteroids are small, rocky, and airless objects that orbit the sun. So airless meaning wala silang atmosphere. And they orbit the sun. Parang planeta, di ba? The planets, they orbit the sun. So asteroids also, they orbit the sun. Okay, and these asteroids, they are actually remnants, and they represent leftover material from the solar system's formation about 4.6 billion years ago. So para silang remnant of a planet that broke up. So representing leftover material from the solar system's formation about 4.6 billion years ago. And gaano ba kalaki yung mga asteroids na yan? So they range in size from less than 33 feet or 10 meters. Ayan, so may mga maliliit na asteroids na about 10 meters to hundreds of miles in diameter. Ayan, so may mga maliliit na asteroids at may mga malalaki talagang asteroids na kasinlaki ng isang syudad. And they are found in the region between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. So ang tawag natin dyan mga ka-sky watchers and mga ka-spacers is the asteroid belt. So the asteroid belt is that region between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. So doon natin makikita yung mga asteroids na yan. Now maraming haka-haka dito na sa sobra daw dami ng mga asteroids. Ayan, dikit-dikit po sila and may hirapan mag-cross ang isang space probe or isang spaceship sa asteroid belt. Baka they might encounter an asteroid and they might collide with some of them. Ngayon mga ka-sky watchers, ang mga asteroids na ito ay hindi dikit-dikit kagaya nito nakikita nyo on screen. Malalayo po sila. So kayang-kayang tumawid ang isang space probe or spaceship sa asteroid belt without worrying of any collision. So malalayo yung agwat ng mga yan. But they are located in that region between Mars and Jupiter. Okay, some of them are small, about 10 meters or even less. But some are hundreds of kilometers in diameter. Alright mga ka-sky watchers and mga ka-spacers. And again, these are small, irregular objects. So hindi sila spherical, irregular shaped objects. So pwede silang potato shape like Phobos and Deimos of Mars. Diba pinag-aralan po natin in our Secrets of Mars series that Mars is orbited by two moons, Phobos and Deimos. And Phobos and Deimos are potato-shaped moons, hindi sila spherical, and many astronomers believe na Phobos and Deimos may have been captured asteroids from the asteroid belt. Kasi nga Mars is near the asteroid belt. The asteroid belt is the region between Mars and Jupiter. Okay, so asteroids, again, these are small, irregular objects in the apparent gap between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Okay, so there are thousands of these asteroids with accurately determined orbits, so they orbit the sun. Okay, but some of these asteroids may cross the path of the Earth's orbit. Yan, so pag-uusapan natin yan later. Alright mga ka-sky watchers, so again, so these asteroids, they are located in that region between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. And what's the origin of these asteroids? So like what I mentioned earlier, these asteroids were the last remains. These are the remnants of a planet that broke up some 4.6 billion years ago. Kasi po mga ka-Skywatchers, kung papansinin nyo yung asteroid belt napakalaki, no? Between Mars and Jupiter, there's this huge gap. So actually pwede pa nga isang planeta dyan eh. So many astronomers believe that these asteroids are the remains or the remnants of a planet, no, that broke up some 4.6 billion years ago. So magbasa po muna tayo ng mga comments. Alright, so thank you Anya Forger and kay Shiny Neil for sharing our live tonight. Sabi ni Shiny Neil, if there were no planets obstructing the belt, would it make a planet? If there were no planets obstructing probably the asteroid belt, would it make a planet? I don't really know what you mean, Shiny Neil, pero kaya nga maraming asteroids pang mga irregularly shaped objects in that region because astronomers believe that yung mga bato-bato na yan, or we call that asteroids, so mga minor planets, we call it minor planets, they are the remains of a planet dun sa region na yan that broke off some 4.6 billion years ago, billion years ago, during the early history of our solar system. Okay, sabi ni Shiny Neil ulit, would the asteroid belt eventually become a planet? Hindi na po because in order for these asteroids to come together, you need really you need gravity, no, to pull these asteroids together to form a planet. So hindi na siguro po magfo-form yan into a planet. Thank you Mr. Shiny Neil for your insight. Okay, sabi ni Retsard28, ano po yung pinagkaiba ng asteroid belt sa yung Kuiper belt? Yung Kuiper belt po, that's the region beyond the orbit of Neptune. Technically, wala po silang pinagkaiba kasi ang Kuiper belt din, mga ano din yan mga objects, Kuiper belt objects like Pluto. Actually Pluto belongs in the Kuiper belt, kaya nga na-demote siya. We will talk, siguro we'll have a topic about Pluto kung bakit siya na-demote. And there are other objects within the orbit of Pluto like Eris, like Makemake. So yung region na yan in which Pluto belongs and Eris and Makemake and the other post-Neptunian objects, so we call that the Kuiper belt. Ang asteroid belt naman, yung location niya is between Mars and Jupiter. Yun yung asteroid belt. Ang Kuiper belt, it is beyond the orbit of Neptune naman. Okay, so ayan, I hope I answered your question, Retsard28. So yun yung pinakaiba ng asteroid belt and yung Kuiper belt. Alright, so marami pong salamat sa inyong mga comments and mga insights. So really appreciate it. And kung meron po kayong mga katanungan or comments about our topic for tonight, again, don't forget to type in your comments or your questions in our comment section below. Alright, so yan kay Ruby Blocks and kay Dr. Quack Quack. Alright, thank you po. And thank you Dr. Quack Quack for watching. So at this point, we have 137 viewers and about 456 heart react. So mag-heart react po tayo mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers. Sige po, so tuloy natin. Very interesting itong ating pinag-uusapan about asteroids. Alright, so baka magtanong yung iba dito, what are asteroids made of? Saan ba gawa ang asteroids? So asteroids or most asteroids are composed of rocks, no, bato, and minerals. Okay, and may mga asteroids naman na gawa sa metal, no, like iron and nickel. Ayan, so yan guys, no, so most asteroids are composed of rocks and minerals. Some asteroids may contain metal, no, like iron and nickel. Okay mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers, so ituloy po natin again. Most asteroids are composed of rocks and minerals, while some asteroids may contain metals like iron and nickel. Okay, so these are just some of the large asteroids that were identified already. Ito yung Phobos and Deimos. Again, these are Martian moons. Pero maraming astronomers ang nagsasabi that Phobos and Deimos may have been captured asteroids from the asteroid belt. Okay, then we have Itokawa. Binisita na yan po ng Hayabusa. The Matilde, Gaspra, Eros, Ida, yan. May maliliit na asteroids sa Dactyl and Tempe. So, or Tempel 1. So, these are some asteroids that were identified already by astronomers. Alright mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers. So, yan ha. So, what can we learn? Ano bang pwede nating malaman from these asteroids? So one thing that we can learn about asteroids, kaya interested din ang mga astronomers and mga space scientists about asteroids, because since asteroids were formed at the same time as other objects in our solar system, these space rocks can give scientists lots of information about the history of the planets in our solar system and the sun, and siguro yung information na makukuha natin from these asteroids can help us figure out the formation of the solar system. Kaya mahalaga rin po na mapag-aralan natin itong mga asteroids na ito, because these asteroids, or we can call them space rocks, they can give valuable information about the formation of the solar system. Ayan, so yung mga planets and including our sun. So yun ang pwede nating malaman, no, about asteroids. And also, scientists can learn about asteroids by studying meteorites. Kaya 'di ba may mga astronomy enthusiasts na nangongolekta ng mga meteorites, including astronomers, kasi we can learn about the material in which the asteroid is made of. So scientists can learn about asteroids by studying meteorites. These are tiny bits of asteroids that have flown through our atmosphere and landed on the Earth's surface. Ayan, so I'm sure siguro yung mga nanonood sa atin ngayon may collection ng mga meteorites din, no? Okay, so there mga ka-Skywatchers. Ayan, so sabi ni Turon Shanghai, watching from Tarlac National High School. Alright, thank you Turon Shanghai. Yan, ikalat mo itong ating live stream sa inyong mga classmates at talagang marami kayong matututunan sa live stream ni Sir June Cahigal from the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. Marami pong salamat and regards sa Tarlac National High School. I will be back po dyan. Babalik po tayo dyan. Okay, sabi ni Tina pa. Sabi ni Tina pa, sana mahulog ang mga space rocks sa mga bahay ng korap. Oo nga eh. Ayan, very rare yan. Ayan, sana mahulog ang mga space rocks na yan sa bahay ng mga korap. Okay, maraming salamat. Ang maganda yan, Tina pa. Thank you po. Sabi ni Corn Beef Motorsports, Phobos and Deimos are just captured asteroids. So po, nakababanggit po lang natin kanina yan, no, that Phobos and Deimos may have been captured asteroids from the asteroid belt. Kasi nga irregularly shaped moon sila eh, yung Phobos and Deimos. Okay, meron na tayong 2007 Heart React. So kung meron po kayong natututunan sa ating live stream ngayon, tong ating topic about asteroids, mag-heart react naman po kayo. Malaking tulong po yan sa amin. Okay, shout out kay Yuki. Thank you for following us, and kay Dexter Jimenez and kay Kaka. Thank you for joining our live stream tonight. Sige po mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers, so ituloy na po natin yung ating pinag-uusapan. Alright, so these are just some of the asteroid exploration highlights. Ito yung mga pinadala na space probes to study asteroids. So one is NASA's Galileo mission. Actually Galileo, yung space probe na Galileo, papunta yan sa Jupiter. Pero Galileo was the first spacecraft to fly past an asteroid na bago siya pumunta sa Jupiter. So the Galileo mission was the first spacecraft to fly past an asteroid. It flew past the asteroid Gaspara in 1991 and Ida in 1993. So bago siya pumunta sa Jupiter, dinaanan niya itong Gaspara in 1991 and si Ida in 1993. So that's the Galileo mission. And NASA also launched the Near Earth Asteroid Rendezvous or NEAR Shoemaker. Yan, Near Earth Asteroid Rendezvous, NEAR Shoemaker mission that studied the asteroids Matilde and Eros. So ito po yung Near Shoemaker that studied the asteroids Matilde and Eros. And meron pa po yung Rosetta. The Rosetta mission encountered the asteroid Steins in 2008 and Lutetia in 2010. So yan, so Galileo, yung Near Shoemaker, and yung Rosetta. No, that encountered Steins in 2008 and Lutetia in 2010. Okay, so again, this is the Near Shoemaker space probe that studied the asteroids Matilde and Eros. Then we have in 2005 the Japanese spacecraft Hayabusa landed on the near-Earth asteroid Itokawa and attempted to collect samples. Ayan, Hayabusa. On June 3, 2010, Hayabusa successfully returned to Earth a small amount of asteroid dust now being studied by scientists. Alright, ayan, so on June 3, 2010, Hayabusa collected some asteroid dust. Tapos nakabalik siya dito sa Earth, and that asteroid dust is now being studied by scientists. Okay, so this is Hayabusa with its close encounter with the asteroid Itokawa. Ito yung asteroid Itokawa. Ayan, so naglanding dyan yung Hayabusa, collected some asteroid dust, then bumalik ulit sa Earth. Parang tumalon lang siya, kumuha lang ng konting buhangin, then bumalik yun sa Earth. Yan, so yung sample na nakolekta ng Hayabusa is now being studied by scientists. Alright, so ito yung asteroid Itokawa. Alright guys, so siguro kwento ko lang, naalala ko kasi yung bukas pa yung planetarium. So sa mga viewers po natin, sino na yung nakapunta po ng planetarium sa inyo? Diba fini-feature ito yung Hayabusa? Yan, so please comment down below kung napanood po ninyo yung show sa planetarium. Yung planetarium sa Luneta sa may Intramuros. So yan, paki-comment po if you have visited yung planetarium and napanood niyo po yung show ng Hayabusa. Ayan, comment po kayo kasi I have seen that several times already. Yan, so maganda po yung shows nila sa planetarium. Kaya lang di ba sarado na po yung planetarium eh. Ayan, so yan po yung mga last shows nila bago na isara yung planetarium, yung Hayabusa. Okay, so there mga ka-Sky Watchers, so siguro magbasa muna tayo ulit ng comments at tumadami po yung ating comments dito. Okay, so sabi ni G-Roy, Vilyasin 298, do these asteroids might or can actually be used to terraform planets? So hindi, kasi how do you terraform a planet using asteroids? So will the asteroid collide with the planet that you want to terraform? So I don't think so. Siguro pwede i-mine yung asteroids but not terraform planets. Okay, ayan, so sabi ni thank you Eren for following our live, and hello din kay Kaka. Maraming salamat Kaka for visiting our live stream. Ayan, sabi ni Corn Beef Motorsports, very far from each other mga bato sa asteroid belt. So, hindi tatama sa probe. O yan, kababanggit ko lang kanina kasi baka may impression ang mga viewers natin na yung mga asteroids yan ay magkakalapit, ng malayo yan. So, there is a slim chance na tatama yan sa space probe, no, na magko-cross sa asteroid belt. Ayan ha. Alright. So marami pong salamat sa tanong Mr. Corn Beef Motorsports. Ayan no. Alright. Thank you Jello. Parang nakita ko yan kanina sa banyo. Ito. Bakit? Para ba siyang yung shape? Oo. Alright, thank you Jello. Oo, thank you for your comment. So sabi ni Corn Beef Motorsport, asteroid constipation. Kasi oo, yun nakikita niyo sa banyo. Sabi ni BVI Gym, meron palang club na ganito sa Las Piñas. Opo, kung taga Las Piñas po kayo, you can join our organization, the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. Ang hindi na lang nakakaalam ay yung LGU. Ayan, dapat ipaabot nyo to kay kung taga Las Piñas po kayo, ipaabot nyo naman kay Mayor, kay Mayora na meron ganinong organisasyon na tumutulong sa education ng mga estudyante natin. Wow, ang dami nating mga viewers ngayon. Marami pong salamat po. Naku, ang dami ninyo guys. Okay, so far we have 61 real-time viewers, 824 viewers, and 3,803 heart reacts. Yay! Alright, marami pong salamat po sa inyong suporta sa ating live stream ngayong gabi. At sana po marami kayong natututunan about asteroids. Ayan, lang po kayo, mag-comment lang po kayo about asteroids. Sige po mga ka-Sky Watchers, ituloy po natin. Okay, then we have the Dawn mission. So NASA's Dawn spacecraft launched in 2007, orbited and explored the asteroid Vesta for over a year. And the Dawn used an advanced solar electric ion propulsion system to reach its destination and remain active until 2018. Guys, alam niyo ba tong electric propulsion system, ion propulsion? This was the same propulsion system used in the shuttlecraft of the USS Enterprise sa Star Trek. So if you are a Star Trek fan, ang USS Enterprise kasi may parang version sila ng shuttle, they call it a shuttlecraft. Yung shuttlecraft na yan is powered by an ion propulsion system. So natutuwa kasi ako dito kasi yung Star Trek technology was already realized dito sa Dawn spacecraft. Biruin nyo, produkto lang ng science fiction yung ion propulsion noon sa Star Trek. Ngayon naging reality na guys ng mga ka-Sky Watchers. So the Dawn used an advanced solar electric ion propulsion system para makarating sa asteroid Vesta. Okay, and it remained active until 2018. Alright mga ka-Sky Watchers, so this is an artist's concept of the Dawn spacecraft that uses an ion propulsion system. Binisita niya yung asteroid Vesta and orbited it for over a year. Alright mga ka-Sky Watchers, then we have OSIRIS-REx. Yan, in 2016, NASA launched the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft to study an asteroid near Earth named Bennu. Now that's the name of the asteroid, Bennu. After studying Bennu for a few years, OSIRIS-REx scooped up a sample of dust and rocks from the asteroid surface. So parang yung ginawa ng Hayabusa, 'di ba? Ganun po ang ginawa ng Hayabusa. Naglanding siya sa asteroid Itokawa, kumuha ng buhangin ng asteroid dust, then bumalik ulit sa Earth. So ganun din pong ginawa ni Osiris Rex, no? So Osiris Rex landed on the asteroid Venus, scoop up a sample of asteroid dust and returned to Earth. Yan, so ito yung artist drawing ng Osiris Rex. Okay, mga ka-Skywatchers. Ayan, so magbasa muna po tayo ng comments bago natin ituloy. Uy, marami na tayong mga visitors. So marami pong salamat ulit. Ayan, kay Shiny Neil, mga inputs niya. Ayan, sabi ni Adrizy, do you still teach in Beda, sir? Oo naman. Oo. Pero hindi na sa sa Menjola, no. All right, so nasa Alabang ako. All right. Okay, yan. Itokawa, sabi ni Shiny Neil. Nandito na pala si Ramon Shingay Franchel. Good evening po, sir. Good evening din Ramon Shingay Franchel. Okay, si Lawrence, thank you po. Sabi ni Lawrence, gusto ko pong maging astronaut. Posible ba yun kung isang Pilipino? Opo. In fact, may mga candidates na ho tayo for the astronaut program for sa mission to Mars. Meron na po si Miss Ranieses. Nabanggit ko po yun sa ating live stream before. You can visit and watch yung The Secrets of Mars episode 3. Nandun po yun, yung part 3. Nandun po yun. Nabanggit ko po yung Filipino astronaut na yan. Okay, sabi ni Pepsi Cola, any thoughts po sir about solar sails to speed up acceleration rather than ion propulsion? Yan yung solar sails. Buti nabanggit mo, Pepsi Cola ba? May alam ka pala sa solar sails ba? Galing mo galing ni Miss Pepsi Cola. Oo, ang mga solar sails po, using the solar wind can propel a spacecraft. No, so regarding the speed, siguro po mas mabilis po yung solar sails compared to ion propulsion. Pero kasi ang ion propulsion ang ion propulsion doesn't rely on the solar wind. Ang solar wind kasi medyo variable po yung niyan. Okay, pero ang ion propulsion dire-diretso. Alright, so thank you Miss Pepsi Cola ba? Okay, Miss Pepsi Cola. So nabanggit niya yung solar sail. Alright, so sabi ni Monjour, di ba po may plano na gamiting powerful lasers on solar sails or theories lang nila yun? Actually, it's still in the experimental stage. So using either a laser or they will rely on the solar wind to propel yung solar sail. Alright. So ayan po mga ka-Skywatchers. Ang dami nating real-time viewers. So maraming salamat po, talagang nakakataba po ng puso at tinatangkilik niyo po yung ganitong klaseng live stream. Ayan, so hindi to kagaya ng mga ibang nakikita nyo sa TikTok. So this is really education. Our goal is education para sa mga estudyante and sa mga mahihilig po sa astronomy. Yun po talagang aming goal. And marami pong salamat. Hindi ko inaasahan na marami palang mga astronomy enthusiasts na tumatangkilik sa ganitong live stream. Opo mga ka-Skywatchers, totoo po yun. And hindi nga ako umaasa na may mga manonood pa sa akin, pero nagugulat ako. At this point, we have 1,344 and counting viewers. So we have 12 real-time viewers and 7,299 heart reacts. Wow! Yahoo! Nandito si Roy. Kumusta Sir June? Kumusta din po Sir Roy? And shout out kay Dark Ash and shout out kay Roy. Okay, marami pong salamat mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers. So again po, please like and share our live stream so that we could reach more people. Lalong-lalo na po mga estudyante natin out there so that they would be engaged and they would be inspired to love the sciences. And don't forget to follow us on our TikTok and Facebook, the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. And follow me on my YouTube channel, The Science Guy, Professor June Cahigal. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. Alright. And sabi ni Tina pa, ang sarap po siguro mag-fly sa space. Oo nga, gusto ko nga maging astronaut someday. Pero wala. Sige po, tuloy natin. So what you're seeing now on screen is yung OSIRIS-REx. Space probe na bumisita sa asteroid Bennu. Okay, so may mga nagtatanong kanina dito, no, nalampasan ko lang. Will an asteroid hit the Earth? So ito yung $1 million question. Will an asteroid hit the Earth? And I think nasagot na rin to ni Shiny Neil kanina. Okay, so an asteroid hitting the Earth is certainly over vast geological time scale. So ibig sabihin nito, we were hit, no, by asteroids before. Ayan, no. So in the history of the Earth, natamaan na rin po tayo ng mga asteroids. But a collision within our lifetime is highly unlikely. Oo, so wag pa kayong matakot dahil siguro sa talambuhay natin safe pa rin po tayo. No, hindi tayo matatamaan ng asteroid. No, a collision within our lifetime is highly unlikely. No, with the risk of significant impact being very low. Ayan, no, so safe na ho tayo. Parang may nagsabi niyan. Ayan, kung kilala niyo po yung nagsabi niyan, comment down below. Safe na po tayo. Yan, hindi tayo tatamaan ng asteroid in our lifetime. So, the risk of significant impact is being very low. Okay, pero may mga smaller asteroids like shooting stars na pwedeng they can hit the Earth, enter our atmosphere. And larger ones capable of global disaster are rare. No, bihira po yan, yung mga malalaki na magkakaroon ng extinction level event or ELI. No, bihira po yan, yung mga tatama na asteroids na malalaki, mga kilometer ang lapad nila, bihira po yan. Alright, so wag po kayo mag-alala because a collision is highly unlikely. Pero yung mga maliliit, yung mga shooting stars, madalas po yan. Pero yung mga malalaking asteroids na magbibigay po ng extinction level event, very rare po yan. Alright mga ka-sky watchers and mga ka-spacers, ayan po, no? So yung mga asteroids na siguro maliliit, pwedeng tumama, no? Pero it will not create any extinction level event, pero buhay pa rin tayo. O yung mga maliliit po na meteorites, so they regularly enter the Earth's atmosphere. Pero yung mga malalaking asteroids like the one that killed the dinosaurs, 'di ba? Alam niyo naman po 'yan. No, yan bihira po mangyari yan. It's believed, no, by many biologists that the dinosaurs became extinct because of an astronomical event. So there was an asteroid about the size of Texas that bombarded the Earth some 65 million years ago that wiped out most life on Earth, including the dinosaurs. Yung mga ganyan na extinction level event or ELI, bihira po yan. Ayan, no? So yung mga larger ones capable of global disaster are rare. Pero yung mga maliliit, no, like shooting stars, so they hit regularly, they enter the Earth's atmosphere. So yung collision na malaking asteroid will be highly unlikely, no, sa ating talambuhay. No, the risk of significant impact is very low. Alright, so mga ka-sky watchers, so this was the asteroid, no, that wiped out 95% of life on Earth some 65 million years ago, including the dinosaurs. Pero hindi lahat po ng dinosaurs ay nawala. Okay, there were dinosaurs who survived the cataclysmic impact, especially yung mga bird-like dinosaurs, di ba? So these bird-like dinosaurs, they were able to survive, and yan, in evolution, naging birds po sila. Birds are the direct descendants of dinosaurs, mga Skywatchers. Ayan. And may mga reptilian din na nag-survive sa cataclysmic event na yan, yung mga ancestors ng crocodiles, mga alligators, mga turtles, yan. So they were able to survive. Pero yung mga dinosaurs na yung katulad ng T-Rex or yung Stegosaurus, yan na sila. They were wiped out. So, yan. So, most of these non-bird, ulitin ko po mga ka-Skywatchers, so mga non-bird dinosaurs, sila yung na-wipe out. Pero yung mga bird-like dinosaurs, they were able to survive. Birds are the direct descendants of the dinosaurs. So, kayo mga ka-Skywatchers, pag kayo'y kumain ng Chicken Joy or kumain kayo ng Mang Inasal, ayan, so tignan nyo muna bago nyo kainin yung chicken. Yan, itong chicken na to, ang descendants nito ay mga dinosaurs. In fact po, yung chicken mismo, ang ninuno niyan is the T-Rex. Opo. Oh, yan. So very close yung nila, yung resemblance, yung bone structure ng T-Rex and the ordinary chicken. Alright mga ka-Skywatchers. Ayan, siguro that's another topic about astrobiology, na yung evolution of life on Earth. So, how did they know that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs, diba? Kasi maraming theories about why the dinosaurs became extinct. Sabi nila, there was climate change, radical climate change that wiped out the dinosaurs. Pero maraming nagsasabi at maraming naniniwala na the dinosaurs were wiped out because of an asteroid impact. So, paano nalaman po ng mga scientists that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs? Okay, for one, they discovered a huge crater in Mexico. It's called the Chicxulub. Yan, may nakita na ako sa comment kanina eh. Chicxulub crater. Ayan, sabi ni Pepsi Cola. Ayan, oh, galing talaga ni Pepsi Cola. Yucatan Peninsula Crater, ito po yun. So, scientists know that a massive asteroid killed the non-bird dinosaurs because they found the Chicxulub crater in Mexico, which dates to the same time as the mass extinction. So, ito po yun. Near the Yucatan Peninsula, no, sabi ni Pepsi Cola. Yan. So, yung Chicxulub crater in the Yucatan Peninsula. Alright. So, there mga ka-Skywatcher. So, yan. Na-discover po yung crater na yan. No? And yung asteroid that created that crater in the Yucatan Peninsula may be the culprit on why most of the dinosaurs were wiped out. And also, there's evidence in the rocks. No, evidence in the rock layer marking this event called the KPG boundary. Includes a global layer of iridium. Alright, so ito po yung mga ka-Skywatchers. Ito po yung sinasabi kong KPG layer or yung iridium layer. So ito po yung last period ng Mesozoic era, yung Cretaceous period. Then after the Cretaceous period, yan, nagkaroon ng layer of iridium. Then Paleocene, ito na po yung yung age of the mammals, no? Paleocene, start of the age of the mammals po yan. All right. So, ano ito? Ano ba tong significance ng iridium layer na yan? Kasi ang iridium is a metal common in asteroids but rare on Earth. Oh, so bakit nagkaroon ng iridium layer dito? Bihira to sa Earth. Makikita lang tong iridium sa mga asteroids. Diba po mga ka-Skywatchers? So ito, napakalaking ebidensya to. Itong iridium layer na to between the Cretaceous period at the end of the Mesozoic era and the start of the age of the mammals. Itong layer na to of iridium. Kasi ang iridium wala dito sa Earth or bihira to sa Earth. Ang iridium makikita lang sa mga asteroids. So this is a strong evidence that an asteroid bombarded the Earth and wiped out the dinosaurs, ending the Cretaceous period. So there mga ka-Skywatchers, ayun yung mga ebidensya. No, kaya nalaman nila that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs. Okay, yung crater in the Yucatan Peninsula, yung Chicxulub crater. And ito yung KPG boundary dito. Alright mga ka-Skywatchers and mga ka-Spacers. Alright. Okay, so bago tayong magpatuloy, ayan, si Captic pala nandito. Ayan, so thank you Sir Captic from Skygazers PH. Marami pong salamat for visiting our live stream. Ayan, ang galing talaga ni Pepsi Cola. Alam niya, Yucatan Peninsula. Thank you. Kay Kevin Johnston, thank you for following our live stream. Ayan, so sabi ni Kevin Johnston, an educational TikTok live. Sign me up! Alright, thank you Mr. Kevin. Bisita lang kayo, mga between 6:30 to 7, magla-live po ako. Nandito din si Japanese. Thank you for following our live. Alright, so there. We have now 1,561 viewers and 11k heart react. Alright, so paano po natin kasi we need some sort of planetary defense, di ba? So kung tumama na pong asteroid before, do napaka-slim ng chance na tatama ang asteroid dito sa Earth, di ba? Binanggit po natin that a collision within our lifetime is highly unlikely. Still, kailangan pa rin po natin ng some sort of planetary defense. Alright? Para at least kung may dadating man na asteroid, then just in case po, just in case, we can protect our planet from this apocalyptic event. Kasi pag may tumama na asteroid na kasing laki ng Texas, wala na yun. Extinction level event na yan. So meron po tayong, we should have a way to defend our planet. Alright, so meron ngayong ine-eksperimento ang US, deflecting an asteroid. So they attempted to alter the orbit of an asteroid for the first time in history. Okay, NASA crashed a spacecraft into the asteroid Dimorphos on September 26, 2022. The mission, known as the Double Asteroid Redirection Test or DART, took place at an asteroid that posed no threat to our planet. Rather, it was an ideal target for NASA to test an important element of its planetary defense plan. Yan. So yun yung sinasabi ko po na kailangan natin ng parang planetary defense. At eto na po, they attempted to alter the orbit of an asteroid. Ang pangalan ng asteroid na yan ay Dimorphos. The name of the probe, the space probe, is DART. Ayan, a Double Asteroid Redirection Test. Ayan. So this is an attempt to alter the orbit of an asteroid. Yan, no? So that's one way of saving our planet from a potential impact of an asteroid. Fascinating, isn't it, mga ka-Skywatchers? So ito po, this is the plan, the 5-step plan to protect our planet from potential impactors. Hindi impacto, impactors. Alright, so first they have to find the asteroid, di ba? Ayan, maghahanap muna sila ng asteroid and they have to track the asteroids. Kaya nga dito po sa Earth, lalo na sa US, marami po nagtatrack ng asteroids. So baka potential impactor, di ba? So hahanapin muna nila yung asteroid, then they will track the asteroid, then ika-characterize nila yung asteroid kung ano ba yan, rocky or metallic. Then that's the time that they will deflect, if the asteroid will pose any danger on our planet. Sabi ni Rachel Shears, did it work? Yes. Nag-work yung DART. Nag-work it. Na-deflect po yung Dimorphos na asteroid. DART was successful. Opo. You can check that out po. Very successful po yung deflection ng Dimorphos. Alright mga ka-Skywatchers, so yun na, those are the 5 steps to prevent asteroid impact. So find the asteroid, track the asteroid, characterize the asteroid, and deflect. If the asteroid poses any potential danger to our planet. And may mga movies po, di ba? Kung maalala nyo, may mga movies na nagde-depict ng mga asteroid impact, no, like Deep Impact. Kung napanood nito guys, comment down below. If you have seen this movie, comment down below. Yan, Deep Impact. Naku, I've seen this several times already. Maganda po ito, Deep Impact. And starring Morgan Freeman at saka si Robert Duvall. Ayan, maganda po yan. And ito din po yung Armageddon. Yan, maganda yung Armageddon. Okay, I've seen this already several times. Si Bruce Willis, di ba? Ayan, so naglagay po sila ng parang nuclear warhead, no? Nag-drill sila dun sa asteroid at naglagay sila ng nuclear warhead. Yan. Actually, ganun din dito sa Deep Impact, no? Nag-drill din sila. Parang pare-pareho lang yung story, no? They use a nuclear weapon para i-shatter yung asteroid. No, ganun din dito sa Armageddon, di ba? So, nag-drill sila, naglagay sila ng nuclear bomb, then pinasabdinet, the bomb was detonated. Ayan, so yun yung Armageddon. Kaya di ba namatay si Bruce Willis, nagpakamatay sila dun eh, di ba? Oo. Alright guys, no, para maligtas yung planeta natin. Ito din, no, Collision Earth. That's another movie about asteroid impact. Alright mga ka-Skywatchers, and siguro bago po tayo magtapos, ayan, kasi may nagtatanong, no, about terraforming a planet like Mars using asteroids. So you cannot do that, pero we can mine an asteroid. Alright, so what is asteroid mining? Asteroid mining is the process of extracting valuable resources like precious metals, iron and nickel, and water from asteroids and other minor planets to be used on Earth or in space. So kasi ang asteroid, di ba, may mga precious metals yan, iron, nickel, okay, mga resources na pwede natin magamit sa Earth. Kaya marami mga private companies na pwede sila mag-invest, no, sa asteroid mining. Kaya lang mahal ito eh. This is a very expensive investment. So siguro in the near future magiging totoo ito. Alright mga ka-Skywatchers. So there. Ayan po yung ating topic about asteroids. Okay, so bago po tayo magtapos, shout out sa kay Eclipse Celestia, kay Daddy 3K, kay Kevin Johnston. We are the universe trying to understand itself. Sabi ni Daddy 3K, flat earther ka boss? Hindi. Pero ang masasabi ko lang, Daddy 3K, ito po, ganito po ang shape ng mundo natin. Yan, ito bilog. Ayan, the earth is round. Ayan, tapos inikot, di ba, ni Superman yan, di ba? Si Superman, inikot niya yung mundo natin na paikot, di ba? So bilog ang mundo po natin. Ayan, so sa mga flat earthers po na nandito, the earth is round. Okay po? Alright, so sabi ni Rachel, did it work? Opo, nag-work po yung dart. And at this point, we have 1,692 viewers and 11k heart react. So maraming salamat po. Malaking tulong po yan sa amin. And before we end, again, please like and share this live stream so that we could reach more people. Lalong-lalo na po yung mga estudyante natin out there so that they would be engaged and they would be inspired to love the sciences. And don't forget po to follow us on our TikTok and ang ating Facebook, the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. And i-follow niya rin po ako sa aking YouTube channel, The Science Guy, Professor June Cahigal. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you will be updated on our future videos. And shout out sa mga estudyante ko na nag-ano dito na bumisita sa aking live. Ayan, so maraming salamat and sana po marami kayong natutunan sa ating topic ngayon about asteroids. Alright? Okay. So siguro hanggang dito na lang po tayo. So magkikita po ulit tayo soon. Mga ganitong oras din po. Maraming salamat po. Are you professor in a school? Sabi ni Kevin Johnston. Opo. Opo, we are using TikTok as a platform to spread the good news of science and technology. Na parang may iba naman kasi alam niyo naman ang TikTok, di ba? Kung ano ang mga nakikita natin sa TikTok. So kakaiba itong ginagawa natin, no? So we are using TikTok as an educational platform. Yan, para maiba naman po, no? Para hindi kayo nanonood ng mga nagsasayaw sa TikTok. Oo, alright. So marami pong salamat and kakaiba tong ginagawa natin. So i-follow nyo po kami sa aming mga future live stream and panoorin nyo po yung mga videos po na naka-upload sa aming TikTok channel. Nandun po yung The Secrets of Mars. Ayan, so panoorin nyo po ulit yung mga videos namin about The Secrets of Mars. And yung mga ano po namin, yung mga ginagawa namin na free public telescope viewings, panoorin niyo po yun na para may idea po kayo doon sa aming advocacy of sharing the telescope to the public. Alright, so marami pong salamat. This is your Ka-Sky Watcher and Ka-Spacer, Sir Jun Cahigal saying live long and prosper. And always remember to always keep your space. And always keep looking up. And look up. Look up. Look up po. Yan. Ang ganda ng kalawakan. Bye-bye po. See you on our next live stream. Ayan, sabi ni Kevin Johnston. Anyway, keep it up, sir. We will watch pag may live stream na. Thank you for following us, Kevin Johnston. Kay Guitar Guy. Uy, sino kaya tong Guitar Guy ba? Alright. Ayan, so ayan, jamming tayo someday. Jamming tayo. Kasi I'm also guitar man. Alright. So si Mar, thank you for joining. Alright. So maraming salamat and see you soon, guys. Ayan, nandito rin si Mini 070. Ayan, thank you po for joining. Alright. So sa mga shoutout sa aking mga Skywatcher volunteers. I'll see you next week sana. So see you mga volunteers ko from the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. And yan, huwag kayo magsawa mag-volunteer sa aking mga free public telescope viewings. Bye-bye po. Shoutout kay Wrecker, Kuya, and kay Samuel Aquino. Thank you po for joining. Kay Olo Bab and kay Ate Mela. Ayan, thank you po. Bye-bye po. See you in our next live stream. Bye-bye.